The way to win is to lose. Start badly and you'll get into the front. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Right then, this is Atari Karts on the Atari Jaguar. Beginner, yeah, we'll go with beginner. I'll turn that down a little bit. Who are we going to be? We're going to be some kind of weird octopus, because why not? I don't know what game he's from. I guess these are all based on characters in Atari games, but I know Bentley Bear is in there. So this is Atari's attempt to do a Super Mario Kart clone. Where's the button? There's the button. I am aware of this game and have been for some time, and I am aware that as a Mario Kart clone, honestly, I'm saying this right at the start, I mean I meant to leave my conclusions till the end, but having played it before, this game is nothing more than a tech demo. It's like, hey look, we can do that thing where you have a whopping great big background, you put it on the floor and you rotate it and make a racetrack. Because that's how Nintendo did it. But Atari seemed to have not realised that it takes more than a fancy big rotatey thing to make a good game, and that's all they've got. They've got the technical part right. What they're lacking is a game. There is no... I know there are power-ups here, but I've got no idea how they work or what they are. There are no characters to give a crap about. I mean, yeah, Bentley Bear, we know who he is, but do we love Bentley Bear? Do we want to... Is there any reason to give a crap? You know, Crystal Castles was an interesting and very flawed game. So the character out of it, do we love him? Do we want him to do well? Are we rooting for him? I couldn't give a crap. And I don't even know who this octopus geezer is. So I'm just looking at the other names and like, who are they? I do not know. Yeah. That's pretty. But there's nothing happened in that last round to make me think this is good. And you know why? Because it's not good. Oh, for goodness sake. Like, look, there's some indistinct blobs in the track and you can't go over them. There's nothing to tell you that, and the only yeah, that was a speed up. The only way you would know that you can't go through them is if you tried to go through them and then realised that you couldn't. There's a parsnip. Actually, it's not. It's a speed up, but it looked like a parsnip. The trees are nice. You would think you would... Did I say it already? You would think you would fall through that. Look, it's the ice is broken. Why did I not fall through it into the water? Certainly that's what happens in Mario Kart on some level or other, on some version of Mario Kart. It is impossible to play this and not compare it to Mario Kart, and the moment you do, this is always going to come off worse, because it's not as good. It just isn't. Not only is it not as good, it's just plain not good. I won't go as far as to say it's bad. If we were playing this on the SNES, I would say it was bad. But we're playing it on the Jaguar, and the quality of games on the Jaguar is so way, way, way far below the quality of games on the SNES. So when you've got something that actually functions adequately, you're halfway there to it not being terrible. But that doesn't mean there are a lot of good games on the Jaguar. There are a lot of really, really, really terrible games that don't function properly. Oh wow. Hey, I just got punted right into the lead. What, you know, I did the piss poor spinning wheels start, but the guy behind me rammed into me and pushed me into the lead. That I don't know. Oops. It's a shame. I think my C button isn't entirely healthy. I'm sitting here with my thumb on the button a lot and not going as fast as I think I should because I think it's not registering. It is a shame. On a technical level, in terms of the game engine, they've done a good job here. It's nice and colourful. I mean, it's low resolution, so it all looks a bit blur, but you know, you can forgive that given the era that this thing's come from. It's nice and colourful. Artistically, you know, the graphic style is alright. The game engine on the whole is sound. You know, handling is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. There's no you don't feel like you're racing against a bunch of competitors like you do on Mario Kart. You know, you do feel like you're racing and you feel like they're cheating bastards and they're out to get you and you're out to get them, and there's joy to be had in smacking them about with a shell or something. I haven't even worked out like the weapons and power-ups on this. I can't even tell when I've got one, never mind what it does. I think ultimately that is what's wrong here. It doesn't make you care. There we go again. That's the way to win, is to lose. Start badly and you'll get into the front. Unless you're really bad like me and then you just fall off and whatever. Oops. Not really in favour of obstacles like on the track that will stop you dead. They feel kind of unfair. It's not like Whompers, which, you know, you can see them. Oh, I mean, I could see that coming really, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I'm not having an awful time playing this. It's moderately amusing. It reminds me of there's a game on the Amiga that was like a Mario Kart wannabe thing, and it reminds me of that, and I've forgotten what it was called. It was a very, very good tech demo, really. And there was some amusement to be had, but it was more about looking at it and being impressed that the Amiga could do it at all. You would expect the Jaguar to be able to do it though, so there isn't any of that wow, because, you know, they can do it on 16-bit, they should sure as hell be able to do it on this so-called 64-bit. More beer, please. Barman. That's pretty. I still don't care, but it is pretty. This is like Bowser's Castle level, isn't it? Let's have some right angles and stuff. What? I want power-ups, and I want to know that I've got one. I think they're just like drawn flat on the ground. No. I mean, was that one? I have no way of knowing, except if I managed to pick it up, which I didn't. That's obviously a speed up. Give me that. Yeah, I have. Well, it looked like a steering wheel. So I pushed the button to activate it, and what did it do? Nothing that I can tell. It's flashing, but what? I don't feel I gained anything from that. So instead of taking it away when you've grabbed a pickup, instead of taking the pickup, oh you bastard, off of the track, it puts a cross over it. It's like it's actually embedded into the track. Yeah, it's still there. What? I mean, what was the point of that? Yeah, the power-ups are part of the track graphic. That's really, really poor. And so to stop you going over it when it's gone, they put a cross through it. Lame. Results. Is there more, or are we done? Oh my goodness, there's more. I'm going to keep going. I will keep... Oh God. Yep, thank you. Okay, oil makes you skid. Cool. Bunny. We have Bunny. What does it do? Nothing. Nothing at all. What is the point? What do these power-ups do? Nothing. You pick them up, they put a flashing graphic on your screen, but they don't do anything. That's just wrong. Come on, you bucker. Road signs in the middle of the road. Okay. Give me that. No, it's gone already. Track layout isn't bad, to be fair. It's adequately challenging. Get off. And the oil functions. Oh look, we've got another steering wheel that doesn't do anything. Yay, I can I don't know what I can take the piss out of it for being rubbish. I'm quite enjoying this track. Doesn't mean the game is good, but the track layout is pretty good. Finished, thank God. Bulky. Is that like a pet name for a Vulcan? That's no Vulcan. It's more like an Andorian on a bad day. Okay, that is Atari Karts on the Atari Jaguar. If I want to be generous about it, I would say it is functional. It does what it's supposed to do in terms of it doesn't bug out. It's got a competent game engine. The rotating graphic, big super background thingamajig that makes the track works very nicely. Mode 7 basically. You know, you can get around the track and you can win the race. The characters are like meh. You just don't care about the characters. The fact that the power-ups, the graphic for the power-ups are embedded into the track is WTF? What were they thinking of? How they just seemed not to understand how it's meant to work. Or was there a technical reason for them doing it that way? I don't know, but it seems poor. But ultimately, my biggest criticism of the game is it's not especially fun. You can have some amusement, but you can't get excited about it. And what it really doesn't do is make you care about it. It doesn't give you an experience where you think, that was great, or even, yeah, that was alright. You play it, and at best you think, well, that wasn't broken, I guess. Would you keep coming back to it? If the only gaming console you owned was a Jaguar and that was the only game you had for it, I guess you would come back for it, to play it some more, you know, if you were desperate to play something. There are worse games on the Jaguar. I have played them, I'm going to make videos of them. This is not the worst by a long way. Compared to an awful lot of the other stuff on here, that was quite decent. It's not fun, but you know, it's respectable on a technical level. I'm really labouring the point now. Meh. Thank you for watching. Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from FiXato. Link to his channel down there. He asks, for Q&A, what game would you like to see get a modern re-release? And what would you like to see fixed or improved on it? Right. Tricky one. Or at least I thought tricky one. And then it dawned on me, duh. What game do I absolutely love that you can't play adequately at home? You've got to go to an arcade. Atari Star Wars. I would love Atari, whoever the hell Atari are these days, are totally missing a trick. Though probably they can't afford it because they'd have to do a deal with Disney to get the rights. But a home, I mean, there's the arcade one-up thing, but you can't get them over here, and it's unnecessary to have the big thing. You just need a tabletop, but it's all about that yoke controller. They need a, I don't know, screen the size of a laptop and a yoke controller, and let us play Star Wars, damn it, with a decent controller, because you can play it with a joystick, you can play it with a mouse. It doesn't work. It's just not right. It doesn't matter how good they are, you don't get the right experience. And the nearest you can get to it, if you haven't got an original controller, I don't know if you've ripped one off of an arcade cabinet from somewhere, is with a tablet with gyros, you know, tilt controls on that, or a phone. That's, in terms of like the original control method, that's the nearest you can get. And the controllability is okay, but it's just not right, because when you played the arcade you weren't tilting the screen, and that, it's just not quite there. So yeah, I would like to see a re-release. You know, it's not like, it's maybe not the answer you were looking for. It's not a re-release on a console, it is a console for one game. I suppose they could fit the other games on it as well. I don't care about Empire Strikes Back arcade game. It was, I never played it in the arcade, I never even saw it in the arcade. And when I played it emulated, I'm like, this shit. Return of the Jedi, I mean, it's a different kettle of fish altogether, but it still uses that controller, so yeah, put that on there, that would be cool. But actual arcade Atari Star Wars with that controller on a little tabletop cabinet, nice colour vector graphics. I mean, you don't need a special screen to do that. It's not like old school asteroids type vectors. These colour vectors, I'm pretty sure, were probably using a fairly normal cathode ray tube. I think I might be wrong about that, but that's the impression I get. Anyway, it can be done adequately on a fairly typical screen. That's what I want. Gimme. Because I can't actually think of a console game that I would really like a remake of. It's like that. the thing that everyone says is Road Rash. Well, there is a game, there's a couple of games that try to be Road Rash. One I've got and is rubbish. And there's another one that I look at and think, but honestly, I'm like, I don't care. Original Road Rash is so good that I just don't care about a remake. I would have said Elite for a long while, but then they did Elite Dangerous, and I got it, and I played it for a bit, and then I stopped. I reached a point where I'd picked up some contraband by accident, and I couldn't sell it, and to sell it I had to go somewhere well out of the way, and I'm like, I can't be bothered with this, and I haven't gone back to it. And really, if I want to play anything elite-ish, I play No Man's Sky, but that's, I need to get back into that as well, because the learning curve so steep. It's like if you forget what you're doing, you might as well go right back to the start, which is where I'm at, because I've forgotten how to play. Yeah, no, give me Star Wars with a controller, please. Tabletop cabinet. That would do nicely, thank you, Atari. Take your silly VCS thing and just don't bother, because no, just give us Star Wars. Okay, anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a video like this, leave your question in the comments below and begin with 4 Q&A so I know not to just answer in the comments. And thank you for watching.
Ben what now? Never bloody heard of him. Yeah, alright. I suppose you should subscribe if you want to.